Welcome to Scott's Hall, a party. We don't even know the party, don't you? Welcome to Scott's Hall, Maroon Town, guys. And you know it's your boy, Real Marvin Bennett. So over that side, you have the museum. And Chief Pink is gonna tell us a little about the museum.
With them that strive with me,
Real Marvin Bennett.
fight against them that fight against me, and stand up for my
Code.
Well, we used to, and we are trying to restore back our own code system at the moment, and also develop our hospital.
Yeah.
Because we know that herbs are the healing of the nation.
When you come in, you notice you're blue. What's the significance of
The
this?
significance of this is called a bang. This is our first telephone. This is what we used to use. Still use for communication with the spirits and also the living. The community aware that we have visitors today and we have a function today. And then the ancestors will
So when you blow it a while ago, other people hear it and they have to respond to it.
Well, when they respond, they know exactly where you're coming from, so they know where to come to. They know the
So that means you don't have a special way of blowing it then. Like
yes.
You can blow it this way if you say danger, and you blow another way.
You blow it for when somebody dead in the community passed away. You blow a different way. They alert the community that somebody had passed away. And it also blow for meetings, and it also blow for emergency. Coming under attack. So
it
telephone.
blow like just say you know a visitor.
We have visitors, we have in community, we have a celebration today.
Yeah.
So, one and all can come and enjoy themselves. Yes.
So later on as the day go by, I learn more and you guys can learn more. So
Yes.
Chief Pink wants more,
Yeah man. Oneness, my brother. Yeah man. We are indigenous people.
Which is
what?
They must something I used to use first time.
Yeah man, they call it artifacts.
Alright, so
Yeah.
this I look up at
Yeah man, this is the part one, the part where the smoke, fire underneath the pot, and you pour the pot a boil up and you don't see no fire underneath it. Granny nanny do that.
We go deep. Have you watched my video? You see,
Yes, man. Very, very deep.
So it's very good to know about.
Yes.
And
it's similar, because with Maroon a revival, Maroon a coming, Maroon a Rasta, Maroon a we have the name Maroon and the definition of Maroon. We're not going to hold on to forever. Because the reason why the definition of Maroon is mean wild and tame. And that's the British gave it to the people. That name Maroon, meaning like Cimarron. Yeah, the Cimarron would be you see from Nova Scotia to can't remember that part where we go to the west. When they deport, or I have that information on me. They deport some man, woman and child from Trelawney to Nova Scotia. But why they deport them? To say that they're never getting a better life. Why they deport them? Because they're afraid of the uprising from Trelawney again. You know, because Trelawney was the one that created, I think, one of the uprisings, the Second War against the British, because they not get treated properly. They signed a treaty 1738. And the treaty, when I do my research, the treaty is a land lease. And it's still a trickery. Because they turn around and trick the Maroons. Because it's not the Maroons who write the treaty. It's the British who decide what they want for the Maroons.
Okay.
It's not the Maroons who decide what they want for them own people. So, I always tell them that any treaty that been signed is null and void. Because it's not our story or our words. It's their story and their words. So we want to take everything back into our own hands. We need to say, free or liberate the nation from the captivity and the Babylon system. Because the birth certificates, the one that they say you register the child and you get a birth certificate, that classify every person as a dead entity by the corporation. They used to call themselves a government. Because there's no government in the world. They are only corporations doing business.
Okay.
The judge himself is just a licensed cashier. And they said the Bible already told you, about the liars. They are the scum of the earth. And the doctors, they deal with the flesh. Also, so you have to beware of those people. So this year, Granny Nanny used to do her healing.
Okay, so that's a picture. That is the
Granny
picture.
Nanny.
Granny Nanny. Okay, and she have the gift of healing, we revive out there called the mother, mother or the puppet.
Yes.
Captain,
Queen.
Or a queen, mother, yeah. And now we grew up now, we call it physician.
Yes.
With the spiritual physician, advice, all these things. The name change as we go along. But it's nearly the same thing.
Same thing as...
Yeah.
It is the same thing, we come under the one, so said all.
Right.
Yeah, we need to come now under one umbrella, unify the nation globally. Because, I would say unify the melanin people, melanin people, we call it. Say melanin is your skin, because we don't black. Our complexion is not black. Yeah? Color is black. Yeah? We are melanin colors. So we want to unite the whole melanin globally to come under one umbrella. So we can, be a force. You can imagine if the revival, the Maroon, the Kumina, and also the Rasta, and also the Moors.
I think you kind of put out the Maroon. Different, is the revival and Maroon.
Yeah.
But a while ago you mentioned that we have revival Maroon, Rasta
Maroon, Kumina Maroon. Yes. And
so where the Maroon stand by itself.
Well, the Maroons is the one who fight the war to free.
No, to distinguish.
No, the name Maroon, we just put it now to say sovereign nation. Okay. Because those people are the only people who did sign a treaty. And it's the first people who signed a treaty in the Western Hemisphere.
Right.
Yeah.
And that Maroon was given, because he was here when he was living, that Maroon name was given by the white people.
By the British. The name Maroon was given by the British. And the definition of Maroon, it means wild and tame. Or the definition of Maroon also meaning color. Yeah?
Okay, alright, Kumina. You know a bit about Kumina?
A little bit.
What is the definition of Kumina?
Well, it's based from the same Maroon, they said that they do similar, to say when they get into the Maya, but it's a different, it's totally, they speak a different language also. The Maroon speak our own language.
So Kumina, meaning the definition of man. So it's similar to Maroon.
Yes.
I'm just trying to have an idea.
Yes, the branch off of the Maroon.
The Kumina. The Kumina is the people, and the Kumina is the dance.
Yeah. Kumina is a dance. All right. Yes.
Kumina is the people, and it means art man. So I'm just kind of showing it really similar. Yeah. Okay, we teach each other.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So this woman, was an healer, and you just stream down there.
Yes.
He used for
To,
healing.
for healing, and also, you know, there's certain areas in the river as well, with special location where she do her healing.
Okay.
Yes. And also,
So who carry on the work?
well, there's other offsprings, you know, of other generation to generation.
So
Like my
what's
father used to do the similar thing as well. He was the head Coromantee leader and teacher of his community. When you say Coromantee, I say Comanche, meaning we speak a language called Comanche, from the original Gold Coast of Ghana, from the Akan.
So we, the Maroon, want to come from the Ghana side of Africa.
Not from all part of Africa.
All part of Africa.
Yeah, but
One of the
we said that too. We were here before, so some of us came here. Not all of us came here. We were here from before the great earthquake. The land was one land, and Bookman himself, Dotty Bookman, Bookman Dotty, who will fight the Reunification Revolution. He walked from Jamaica straight to Haiti. And back in those days, you know, you used to have, you know, from America and Jamaica is the one land. See? You know, there was no water to separate us.
Yeah, but after the earthquake, then get
After the earthquake now, then, you know, it's separated and the water.
so the Western Island War one.
Yes, the whole complete world was one.
Oh, okay.
Were one. And they said the Moors, they call themselves the Moors were before. Even though up to today, the Moors is the ones that, you know, the Pope himself has to answer to. The Pope himself has to have meeting with the Moors, because the Moors is above the Pope. Yes.
Learning a lot.
Yes, because when the Pope went to visit the Moors, he had to kiss the Moors' feet. I watched the video myself. Yeah, he put them on 2 knees and kiss each one of his feet. Right. Yes, and bloodshed and, you know, child slavery and adoptions and all of that, you know. Yeah.
So what's your name?
My name is Chief Rudolph Constantine Pink.
Okay, and that name is from.
Well, they said, you know, we were ruler of Scotland before. We were the original people from Scotland. We were the original Scottish.
Okay.
Because Scots, I realized that I do my, to say, trace of my name. Yeah. And when I trace my name in Scotland, I end up.
So you who in the Maroon in here, who are a nanny who fight and will not become a slave. You maintain your real name, but like the other slave, like Faster. My name is Faster.
Yeah.
That's not really my name.
No, it is your name, innit? All the name what we have is our name. You know why? Because the slave masters, they came from the Caucasus Mountain. All white people came from the Caucasus Mountain, from the cave. So they were the original house slaves and field slaves. So when our ancestors then leave, gone to business for 3 weeks and so, by the time they come back, they gang up and kill them off and take our names. They took our name, took our, you know, our plantations. That's how it happened. Yeah. So they didn't come with a name. If you come from the cave, the Caucasus Mountain, and come out of the cave, you don't come with a name. You wouldn't have a name, so you took our name and take over every single thing.
Okay.
Yes. I do my research and I do some studies.
Right.
Yes, and we do also the studies on all the part of the law. International law, common law, equity law, and we're on universal law. No, not universal, natural law. We cover the universe. So we know command and no of maritime law. The law what they're using to rule the land now, it's called maritime law. They took it from the sea and rule the land now from the sea. So that's why they say there's no law of the sea.
But when they took it from the sea, it means that from different countries, carrying in different countries
It's one line in the sea. So they took it from the sea to rule all the land.
What the law in the sea?
Maritime law. Meaning it's illegal
legal.
It's illegal. Yeah.
So, like, give me one example of you American law.
To say, well, the justice system, the police, they ain't no police, they are constables. The court system, they are operating illegally. Because no man is to domain over no man. We are all equal, we are all wealthy people, but we don't know how to gain our wealth, accumulate our wealth. So now, this no young Kapong noble nation now is going to teach the nation how to accumulate the wealth and how to be a living man, turn themselves back to a living man from a dead entity by a live life claim. We call it a farm called a live life claim. You fill it out. So therefore the corporation, as they call themselves a government, do not have no jurisdiction over you. Yeah. So we're here now to re-educate the nation. That's the mission. The mission is to re-educate the nation and the development, education, skills and all the rest.
Okay, that give me a little bit of concerning spirituality. Oh, I'm taking a lot of your time, but it really interested talking to you.
Spirituality. Yes, the spirituality now. When our foreparents, because I didn't know about the ancestors, because I was never born at those times, but I born in the foreparents days, in the 70s, with my father,
So by the way, what's your age?
47.
47.
Yeah.
I'm older than you.
Yeah.
Just let you know that.
Yeah, man. We're the youngest chief, in Jamaica for the Maroons at the moment. United Nations acknowledge me as well, recognize me.
Okay.
Yeah. And the spirituality, our spirituality does not happen in the day. It's accidental. Sometimes it happens in the day, but not, not big enough, but it mainly night. In the night. So, they say spirit no walk a day and walk a night, but spirit do walk a day, but nobody don't see. Spirit walk all the time because when the spirit leave the body, it's still room. Even when you're sleeping, the spirit leave the body from this, come out of the body and gone all over the road, gone around. And so therefore, no one not supposed to wake you up out of your sleep. You need to wake up by yourself, because if somebody wake you out of your sleep, the spirit does not reach back to the body on time. You're gonna have a headache, you're gonna dizzy and all of that. So the spirit have to reach back to the body. It happened to me before, because a lady told me, these 3 people come to my door, and they're a tall man in a blue gown, and like a young lady and a gentleman. And they took the body, the spirit from my body, and walk through the door and go outside and stand up. And then they do, whatever they're doing to the sky, calling down. And she said, when she looked, there's a blue chain come out of the sky. And she said, she handed to the priest then to say. And then the priest, speak to me in their language, and me answer back, and they put the chain around my neck. So I said, oh, you're anointed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then after that he said, they walk back with the spirit, come back and put them on the body.
That's beautiful. So you spiritual.
We are spiritual people.
All right, and discerning.
Well, the spirituality, No.
What about because you're a chief?
Yes.
And I know this is the idea. So you do discerning in the spirit and can discern a person. And it says, that's it.
Yes, we do, but I leave that part to others. Because I have to focus. I know to
You're
care.
recording the legal part.
Yeah.
And you don't leave it too much of a depth to somebody else.
Yeah, because it's too much for one man.
All right, I'm seeing something on the wall. I'm seeing a broken Tower David. Oh, if it's accidentally, it's supposed to be like that.
Well, it's not me who draw it. It's another gentleman come here and draw it. And then when it was drawing, I didn't check out the definition of it or anything before, but afterward I looked into it, so I just got it the first eye.
Well, but it's just that it's not complete.
Not complete.
Right, so you just see it.
Yeah. And then I didn't ask him why he didn't complete it either.
Okay.
So he must have a reason, unless he have something else up his sleeve.
Well, you need to ask him because you're the chief. You want to make sure that your house represent properly.
Yes.
Alright, so let us go to this. Alright, these are all the musical instruments that you
Some of them.
Some of them.
These are like shaker. This would be we call back in the day you call it like you can use like yo-yo.
Yeah,
Like you can use all the this is seed itself to make them. But they still have beads inside of these.
Alright.
Yeah. So it's most when you go to the craft shop you see all this.
Yeah.
And also the coconut brush.
I remember those days, you know, remember them one of them.
Yeah, man, good on fire and scrub the floor.
The floor, I agree.
Yeah.
But we just want people to, yeah.
Calabash, if you can eat or drink water from.
That is our first time.
Plate,
Plate.
and cups.
Yeah.
And
This is the original iron.
original iron, whole iron.
So what they use to make these iron in those days?
This is I would say cast iron.
Cast iron.
Cast iron. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cast iron. But I see these in England when I was there. This was like the inner room, you know. Those not whole as these.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a machete which I find from the Riverside because most of the artifacts when the people throw it from the leave it come from the houses, it eventually the land take it down to the river.
Okay.
So you can walk this river and you find loads of
A lot of things, especially when the heavy rain and the
After that.
flooding and so
Yeah.
it carry down
So
to
you
the
can see
river.
them work it and wrap it. I will if I work that. though.
So this make you feel like you want to cry.
Long,
Yeah.
me get a feel of it. Wow.
My God.
See when we take it up out of the river.
Mount of
I'm a lot of work.
Only for 4 parents then go through all this a lot of day.
cherish it, you know, because
Yes.
you never have much.
Not
It was
true.
Very expensive.
Yes, those are important weapon,
Maybe
powerful.
Somebody then overcome and claims it.
Possibly too.
Too.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
From one place to another. Yes.
So you know you have the old time pots. You know,
So
very
like I you call a pot. What you call a pot now, Reverend? What you call a pot now? Medicine pot.
Medicine.
Medicine pot.
By medicine. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You realize that person there, right here.
What year was that good?
What on?
At what home?
Year by the year.
I think it was 20. Oh, that cheap thing. A big man,
What
man.
happened?
So you reach a long time.
We reach out before you, man.
Good.
Yes, man.
So Reverend can't see himself a
Yes,
Maroon town.
even in America, there was this place like this. I was the one who they are representing the revival thing down there. You understand?
Yes.
So but it's important to
Well,
know
this
about
one-
a little bit about the
This one
Maroon.
feel good, you understand?
You know, I try to learn a little bit about the Maroon because the Maroon, a lot of the Maroon in us. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
And, you know, and I should say Maroon, that's not really their name.
No.
You understand?
Yeah.
And I learn a lot
We
today.
can say also we can call ourselves the Ashanti people. Ashanti. Africa say Ashanti. True Jamaican talk a different. We say Ashanti, but it's Asante.
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 Asante tribe.
Asante Baba. Meaning a
Asante
man.
Baba.
Ashanti Baba meaning a man, and Ashanti Mama meaning a woman.
Right.
Baba, a man.
Yeah.
And mama a woman.
And in a Maroon language, you know, we say
Listen, my language, if you owe me something, I sound like a Jamaican now.
your language you be speaking. Yes. You sound like a
You're the first person that everybody said me don't sound like a Jamaican.
No man, to me, you know you travel. Yeah, you may travel around. But I mean, you say, if it may buck up on the street and you talk, you say, yeah, this is a
Right.
band, rob.
Jamaican.
Yes.
A lot of people don't.
Chief, you are the police or not, you say.
The band knife.
So, this is,
That's cayenne pepper, you know.
this is kind.
Yeah. Pimento.
Pimento.
Yeah.
This is put-
Nutmeg.
We didn't want the brother to peel the coconut within tea.
BC. Oh.
This is some of the other part, and this is
And this is the original
Strainer. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I would like? I would like one of these that I can blow.
Yes.
The
If I
horn?
even- I don't know if something like
Yeah.
if even I don't care how much it costs, I really would have like one. And I would have like because if I get one, I want somebody to teach me how to do it.
Practice.
You
Yes.
understand?
Yes. I used to make them, but my drill damaged.
But you have to keep up with. You are the chief. You have to hand work over to somebody else.
I'm willing to hand it over to him, but I don't know how to do it. You know, with the children.
Where my grandson there?
Teach a lot.
That's my son.
Come, see me.
Come. You see him favor me?
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Like my son can.
And I have another son too, and he keeps me a granddaughter. So when I leave, they carry on the work.
Yes.
And if you put them out there, they can do them too.
That's fine.
Yeah. If you see my grandson work his street, you can't believe it. Come down there.
See me. Call me.
Him there.
Oh no.
That's my son.
I'm not ready.
That's my.
You have come.
Never England.
That I want with your wife.
Yeah.
You know, so when me see me think you could change and come back. And then after work, we reach to see both of them. So, oh. Think you could change and come back. Alright, so you put up this up. Give me a little bit about it. We realize that is the folks and get more of the information is there and it already. Alright? And the Eto. You want to say something about it before?
Yeah, the who the head top?
Yeah. Because the Eto and not acquainted too much with it.
You know, if someone brings it's like first and foremost, we start from here because I didn't research much. I just get it. One of the year I get it from someone from UNESCO building them, and I put them up. This now is the Blue and Jungle Mountain National Heritage Site. It's covered from St. Thomas to Portland and come back to St. Mary. So it's called the National Heritage Site. So that's our commonality we call it Windward Maroon. It's two sets of Maroons, the Leeward and the Windward. The Leeward is Trelawney and a compound town. And the Windward is Moortown, Charlestown and Scottsall.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's different tribes.
I've been to Ampon Town.
There's an election going 2 days ago up there and Ferran Williams gets removed voted out because he was working with the system and he was also a police officer. And you cannot be a police officer and work for the village, you need to say the Maroon village. There's conflict of interest.
Okay.
Yes, so you know, all of those need to personally just take themselves, you know, out of away. Because I was elected in here as a colonel, but I don't accept the colonelship. Even the government accepts me as a colonel, but I don't, because I said the brother said chief. Colonel work with the colonial system. Once they cannot enforce you what to do in your community, because you don't come under their jurisdiction.
The community don't come under their jurisdiction.
No, not supposed to.
Not in compound.
Yeah, right. A compound town it does. It does.
But we also.
Because I have to be moving fast.
Yes, cut right. So
That's the
this
picture.
is so much interesting. That's I see.
Things and things like that. Yeah, things and things. So all of the kings and the queens from Africa.
From Africa.
Yeah. Originally back in the day.
I know this one. Makeda.
You know the first queen in England was Charlotte, black. Yeah.
So Charlotte is not there though.
No, she's not on this one.
The first one always left out, eh?
Oh, and I know this one as well. Nandi.
Alright, so this is the same Blue Mountain.
Yeah.
So we are moving on. Alright? Okay. This
True stick.
Truth.
It's
Okay.
a toothbrush. This is what we use to
Toothbrush. Okay.
You have to brush your teeth, you chew it, and it's good for your gum, and it will strengthen your teeth. That's why gum disease.
Right.
This is the whole time, bed single.
Think about it. Yes, I remember it. I remember it in my
Hello?
So this is not a
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Oh, look at Jimmy. Look at Jimmy. But this wouldn't like recognize as a cot, right? No. It wouldn't be like a cot.
What?
This bed.
You would have that one. But I'm mostly when you bunk bed.
Right.
Indeed.
Strong.
Yes. Alright, right up.
Cushy bum. And this is the stove. Look at this saw. The size of the saw. Is it? It's so long. Like right. I guess somebody holds it, and I think it's an oven. It looks oven like, and a stove. So this is what I say.
I think a pot we don't use to keep cold water in. Like keep water cold and
Oh
fresh.
wow. Yes, this is it. And you know this is broom. Yes, I know this is the broom. Sweep the place. I'm just you want to show us how it's done? And what demonstration? No demonstration today? Okay.
And this is Chester.
Used to me.
To look at first.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not for me. I don't know what I think they did some music chant here. I don't know.
Music.
The drum and that the bamboo they knock it to make it up. I think this is our drum. This is a drum in another.
This is music. Oh, it looks like a stool.
But it's not.
Oh.
You can take
Yes. Oh. Okay. Okay, so this is a whole the drums.
Gonna need this as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So they use one on the condenser.
Okay. This one. Okay.
And this is the image of Nani.
This is Nani. Okay. Well, that was it. Nice little museum here. This.
This is the old time seafood pot.
You cook soup.
Yeah, with them used to make soups and so on. I take over the thing.
Here at the tour. Look at Marvin, sir.
What?
Look at Marvin. Alright. The real Marvin. This is for picture purposes. So this is just for picture purposes.
You can't put your foot on the muffler, you're going to put it right.
Okay.
Stand up for my heaven, Lord.